When you look at the true stories of people creating, which is something I did for the book, you find every single time this is not a genius having ideas that appear out of nowhere. This is somebody using ordinary, familiar thinking to solve a problem, taking things one step at a time, failing, taking wrong turns, and eventually and gradually, by building on their own work and the work of other people, coming to an extraordinary solution.
We'll follow up on examples in a second, but the last line of that quote I want to follow up on here too. Maybe we do not want to, you say. Why would we prefer to believe the myth rather than the truth?
Oh, I think there are probably three reasons. First of all, it's very convenient to think that there's a drive-through window for extraordinary creation, and maybe one day we will find it, and someone will hand us something wonderful and magical, and we won't really have had to do any work. It would just fall into our lap. That appeals to our laziness. A lot of people want to believe they are more special than everybody else. The myth of the genius is very appealing if you believe you might be a genius. That's something you will argue for, because in arguing for the existence of geniuses, you can implicitly argue for your own genius. That appeals to our ego. And then there's a third thing, which I think it's easy to confuse magic with wonder. The idea that if something is mysterious, it is wonderful, and if it is explainable, then somehow it loses its shine. It's not as exciting. That's just not true. The way the human race creates things is wonderful, even though we understand it, even though it's familiar, and even though it's ordinary to us, because it's innate in everybody.